please assist the committee, because now we're going to lose confidence in you as the chairperson of this session or this committee. Now the meeting is degenerating, you know, and some of us would rather be doing other work of parliament and other work of the organization that deployed us here. Could you please ensure that you take the house back to order? We're really degenerating and we do not want to see this.
Thank you very much, Honorable Khabo. Yes.
No, thank you very much, Chairperson. Thanks for the opportune moment.
No, I've not finished my 15 minutes, Chair. You are going to have to kick me out here. I'm going to utilize my 15 minutes. Yeah. When other members are using their 15 minutes, I keep quiet. Don't disrupt anyone. People were asking questions here to these people. You even come in and say, no, but that's something for the legal. But you don't stop them from asking the question. You are shielding these people. Why? Yeah. Why can't the DG say it himself? Why must you be the lawyer of the DG? Why must you be the spokesperson of the department?
Good day, everyone, and welcome to another epic episode of Muzelu GR Political Media Channel. And I welcome you to join me in this great talk. So, we know what has been trending, especially in the Parliament Portfolio Committee, and what they've done, especially to the EFF member Sihle Lonzi. And I saw this, it just became the point of debate amongst the members. I heard many people saying that they regret voting for the MK party because of they didn't support Sihle Lonzi while he was exposing corruption. So I said to myself, you know, this is like saying that I'm not happy with the ANC. The ANC members there in Parliament, they didn't support Lonzi of what he was doing, exposing the corruption. So as much as many of us were not happy about the conduct and how they treated Sihle Lonzi by forcefully taking him out, manhandling him like that, we're not happy about that act, obviously. But the sad part of this now is that Sihle Lonzi, he himself, he broke the rules of the house. I know this is so hard to hear. Me too, I didn't believe it. I just went and checked what the laws there in the Portfolio Committee of Parliament. What is the role of the chairperson? What is the role of the members, right? And the topics which are adopted for the day to become the agenda. I went there just to see, because I just, my emotions, I was not a happy man. I was angry about how did Sihle Lonzi was taken out there in Parliament. But surprisingly, what I found now when I'm looking at the laws of the rights and the privileges of the chair in terms of conducting these meetings and the rules of the house that needs to be followed in terms of chairing these meetings. Let us look at what is happening here. The chairperson of Parliament Portfolio Committee primarily holds the right to preside over committee meetings, determine the agenda, and manage the committee's administrative affairs. They also ensure that committee decisions are compiled into reports and tabled in the relevant house. So, meaning that Tebogo Litsei had all the rights on his conduct to say that this is the adopted agenda according to what the house has agreed upon.
Yeah,
I've got 15 minutes.
I've asked you to leave
I've got
our
15
meeting.
minutes.
No, I've asked you to leave our meeting.
DG,
And
are you aware that the son of Gwede Mantashe has been appointed as one of the chairs of the SITA boards?
I am going to ask security to escort you out.
DG,
Because you are now disrupting our meetings.
DG,
Order, Chair.
No, it's fine. I've asked,
DG.
I'm waiting for security to come.
we're not going to come here
remove
to
them.
protect the department.
Oh, fine.
These are skills authorities. We're sitting with almost half of the population of young people in South Africa, they are unemployed. At least 2.5 million of those people
Chairperson,
are
order.
NEET.
You know, we cannot
They are
sit in
not
this
in
meeting
education.
and
They are
allow
not
certain
in
members to
training.
behave in this
And then
manner.
we've got sitters
not as if we don't
that
have
must
issues.
put their family members,
we are not
that
here for
must put
such
their
games.
friends, that
It's
must
either go
put
to rank
ANC
Supreme
members
on this
to
honorable
loot
member,
higher
or
education.
we are left
And
with
then we are
choice.
told here that we can't ask those questions.
We're not here for people
We're not
to
here to come and be
and
bodyguards of
and
the
stand for
department.
on issues
We're not
that
here
do
to
not
speak
hold
on
water.
behalf of the department.
cannot be
We are here
accepted.
to speak for the youth. We are here to speak for the students in South Africa. They
cannot
must
allow an honorable
know
member to
what
reduce
is
this meeting
happening
to a
in the
second.
sitters,
We must
what is
refuse.
happening in the
We must
board.
refuse
We're not
to
going to
allow this
allow
honorable
it.
member to
We're
reduce
not
this
here
meeting
to protect
into
the
a circus.
department. We're not here to protect the department.
You can't be given problems
I've
by
got
an
15
individual.
minutes.
We've
I
been
must
here
be
on time.
allowed
An
to
individual
utilize my 15
who comes
minutes.
late to a meeting.
I must be allowed
comes
to
a meeting
utilize my 15
and dictate
minutes.
the terms of operations. We can never allow that thing. We're also members of this parliament.
I will never
We're
come
also
here to
independent
protect the
members of-
department.
We're not depending
We
on the
must come
department.
here and
But
ask
this honorable
questions,
member
and then
is out
these
of
people don't
order.
even
He's
respond to the
engaging on
questions.
something that is not even
Never.
part of the agenda.
Won't happen.
Why must we continue entertaining it?
Won't happen.
We're not here for people who are going to come
Won't
and trade
happen.
for likes on Facebook.
It's not going to
We'll
happen.
never accept that behavior and
not
attitude.
going to happen.
It's not as if we cannot degenerate to this level.
Not going to happen.
We can degenerate to this level.
Not-
We are both young people.
not going
We can
to
take
happen.
each other head on, toe to toe,
No
pound to
problem.
pound. We've got that energy.
No problem. You have your 15 minutes, I have my 15
does not mean
minutes.
that we are
You have
afraid
your
of
15
it.
minutes, I have my 15 minutes.
This honorable member is wasting our
You have
time.
your 15 minutes, I have my
Parliamentary
15 minutes.
Protection Services, they have called them, I've called for them for some time.
But we are saying to you, Chairperson, if you are afraid of...
Presiding over meetings, the chairperson leads discussions, maintains order, and ensures the committee's agenda is followed. Setting aside the agenda, the chairperson determines the topics to be discussed and the order in which they will be addressed. Managing administrative affairs. This includes organizing the committee's schedule, ensuring documents are prepared and coordinated with staff. Representing the committee, the chairperson may speak on behalf of the committee to other parliamentary bodies or the public. Referral of legislative proposal. The chairperson can refer private members' legislative proposal to relevant committee for processing. Interacting with the executive. The chairperson can request briefings from government departments to undertake site visits to oversee their work. In the Parliament of South Africa, while committee chairpersons can order a member to withdraw from a meeting or from the chamber, they don't have the power to chase a member out in general sense. The chairperson's authority is specific and limited to maintaining order and ensuring the smooth functioning of committee. Is more detailed explanation. Disciplinary action. The chairperson can order a member to withdraw if they believe the member is in contempt of the chair, disregarding authority, or engaging in grossly disorderly conduct, in which that was what was happening when Lonzi tried now to talk to Lonzi and to calm him down because he was the chair. It means according to the rules of the house, Lonzi has now the right and the power as a presiding chair to conduct or to call order if the agenda adopted now people are diverting from it and they're not sticking to it. He has the right and privilege to say, to bring the house now under order. Withdrawing from the chamber. If a member refuses to leave after being ordered to do so by the presiding officer, who could be the chairperson of a committee, the presiding officer can instruct the sergeant at arms to remove the member from the chamber and the precinct of Parliament. Limited authority. The chairperson's power to remove a member is limited to specific circumstances outlined in the rules and procedures of the National Assembly, and it's always the presiding officer, chairperson, who makes the ultimate decision. No power to chase out. The chairperson doesn't have the power to simply eject a member from Parliament or the precinct. The process is guided by the rules and procedures, and the presiding officer must exercise their authority carefully. In essence, the chairperson's role is to maintain order and enforce the rules within the committee's sphere of operation, not to act as a security guard for the Parliament. So, looking at the rules of the House, it says that the rules, the chairperson has to stick within the framework of the rules, because the rules are now the ones that are conducting order in the house, right? So I agree to say that the manner of how he was kicked out, it is not making us happy in any way. It was just demoralizing. But when you now go to the rules of parliament, to the house, now what Litsi did was perfectly in order. And what the MK party members who were there and other opposition who were there, who now agreed to the adopted, voted for the adopted agenda, they were in their right to do so. But one thing I want us to just think about is that, you know, the EFF is the masters of playing politics, right? Yes, we agree that what has happened was about maybe Lonzi wanted to expose the corruption that has been done by SITA, and Lonzi wanted to expose the corruption that has been done by some of the the people in the ANC and the ministers. Lonzi wanted to expose it, right? But that was not now the adopted now space or platform to be discussed, because now when he was briefed and updated, the portfolio committee did say that we are reserving that for the minister to come, because the minister has been called, Nobuhle has been called to come and answer for those things, for such questions, right? But we know that just to justify this, they were defending their corruption. They were defending now, because now what they have done, all the names of the panel now that has been elected to chair in the board members of SITA has been exposed, and they didn't want to now go and take that route of back and forth of arguments of saying how come was the son of Godomantashe elected and other questionable ANC members elected to that to become that board members of SITA. So that was what was happening there. But what is so fun is that the Minister of Higher Education, Dr. Nobuhle Nkabinde, has now issued another news that was shocking, in which now the outcome of what we can say today is that all what was happening, as much as there were rules that were broken from the side of Lonzi, but Lonzi was now vindicated, right? What he has done has proven now to have some effects when it comes to now the minister and the process that has been used in terms of them electing now the chairs of the board members of SITA. So what has been happening is that those people in the list that I'm just showing you here, they are all their names have now been taken back. They are just being revoked. So meaning the process of them getting elected to these to be the chairs of the boards there has failed. All thanks to the EFF and what Lonzi has done in exposing corruption. Right. So let's hear what the Minister of Higher Education media statement for immediate release, 15 May 2025. Withdrawal of recently appointed chairpersons of SITA boards with immediate effect. Following broader consultation with stakeholders in the post-school education and training sector and their councils regarding the appointment of the chairpersons of the boards of sector, Education and Training Authorities, SITAs, have decided to recalibrate the process, which was overseen by an independent panel. I recall all relevant constituencies to nominate candidates. The integrity of the process of appointment will be made in terms of the guidelines as outlined in the Skills Development Act 1998 as amended. I have taken the decision to withdraw previous appointments in response to the public concerns. Further, I take the decision in the interest of good governance, transparency to ensure accountability of the appointment process. In this regard, I will reopen the process by ensuring a government gazette calling for nominations for a limited run of 7 days. I wish also to establish a new independent panel to process the nominations and recommend candidates. This process will put emphasis on merit, competencies, and relevant experiences with balanced representation in terms of race, gender, youth, and persons with disabilities. Similar to previous process, all recommended candidates will have to pass the necessary screening and vetting processes. In the interest of transparency and good governance, I feel it is necessary to present the data of qualifications of previously recommended board chairs. From 20 SITA board members' chairs that were previously recommended, there were 3 doctoral degrees, NQF level 10, at least 15 master's degrees, NQF 09, and 2 medical doctors. Their competencies ranged from engineers, chartered accountants, auditors, advocates, medical doctors, and governance experts. It is my intention to present new board chairs in the shortest period possible. So the Minister of Higher Education she's trying now to cover up for something that has already been damaged. She's trying now to play a savior, to say that no, but we elected professionals, doctors, engineers were there. But the truth is, what about the cadres? What about the members, the cadre deployment? Now she's not mentioning that. She's not mentioning that there are some people who has some privilege to attain higher position just for them, the qualification being the members of the ANC. And the EFF responded with this. There's a statement, a public letter that the EFF wrote, right? And this is what they wrote on their X platform account on the EFF official website. EFF welcomes the withdrawal of corrupt appointments of SITA board chairpersons who were appointed through abuse of political proximity. It is our firm belief that these appointments were not made in the spirit of fairness, transparency, or merit, but were instead the manifestation of the ANC's long-standing practice of rewarding political loyalty with positions of public responsibility. The reopening of the nomination process must not be a cosmetic exercise. It must lead to the selection of the best candidates based on merit and demonstrable track record of ethical leadership. Anything less will be betrayal for the public trust. That is where the most of the corruption that has been done by ANC people will be exposed, right? And soon Warren will be summoned there. She's going to Parliament to answer about the Gwede Mantashe situation, about the son of Gwede being elected, and other members of the ANC who does not exact or have the qualification that were also appointed to that high positions of SITA. And this is where we end. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and you can support us by leaving your comment on the section below about this particular matter. Until we meet on the next video, and I'm out.